Today's programme is Wrexham Football Club, the Robins Review, the official matchday programme of Wrexham Football Club, season 1986-87. Marston's official club sponsor, Monday, March 23rd, 1987, the Freight Rover Trophy semi-final Northern section. Kick-off 7:30pm at the Racecourse Wrexham. Official programme, Wrexham Football Club versus Chester City. So we open it up, page of 3 adverts, the Cotton Club, Speakeasy Cocktail Bar and Restaurant and Bootleggers Entertainment Bar. Open daily from the end of September. Private functions are catered for. Crispin Lane, Wrexham. Then there's an advert for Clwyd County Council, which no longer exists. An unbeatable team. And then one Ride Rally, the most successful bikes in the world at G.A. Morris, 35 Lampit Lane, Wrexham. Take Lampit Street, Wrexham, sorry. And then we go on to the next page with a message from Dixie McNeil, who was the current Wrexham manager at the time, former player as well. He's just saying, who would have thought at the start of the season that we were just 3 games away from Wrexham tonight? Yes, there's a situation as we take on near rivals Chester in the Northern semi-final of the Freight Rover Trophy tonight. It's no secret at the start of the season, almost every manager in the 3rd and 4th division thought that the competition was a waste of time. But once you get to this stage, it makes the whole thing worthwhile. And he mentions about the rivalry with Chester. And then we've got an advert at the bottom. The Bryn Howell Hotel, Llangollen, one of the finest hotels in Wales. Weddings, conferences and banqueting facilities, seating 250. Right, the town, Wrexham there. So saying, welcome Chester City, welcome to all the people, both players and supporters of Chester City FC, here to the racecourse for tonight's semi-final tie. The Seals and the Robins have been rivals for many a long year, and this match is undoubtedly the derby match both sides look forward to. No one who supports Wrexham will need reminding of the last meeting between both clubs. That was in the FA Cup, of course, earlier this year. Yeah, that was a game played in very cold weather with an orange ball, if I remember rightly. Even though we took the lead with a goal by Barry Horn, the visitors still managed to get back in the match and were the victors 2-1. So we got that there. Davis, Neil's goal rush, a bit about Ian Rush. Best behaviour, telling everyone to behave tonight. The last game, Tony Ranch will be involved in here at the racecourse before he's moved down south to Pompey. The Freight Rover Trophy roundup, Sweeper, Joe's return, Joe Cook, Wrexham skipper, made a nostalgic return to Rochdale. The first 500 was a cheque for £500 as the first win of the Wrexham FC Super Draw. All at home, Saturday's visit of Colchester, George the Boot, and then there's adverts, Wrexham Association Football Club Limited there. Thank you for the music. The records played at the racecourse supplied by MP Music of stall number 8, the Vegetable Market, Wrexham. I wonder if it's still there. Robins Review Production, 1986-1987. Adverts, Carlton and Noblet, Decker and Tatung. Comprehensive range of TVs, videos and microwaves, all at competitive prices. Best after-sales service in the area. They're based in Wrexham. The Village Bakery, they're still going. Big business that though. Subaru, 3 Ways in Abergele. Cross Lanes Hotel at Mark Wheel. Pulford Patio Centre. And then we have a profile on the Wrexham player Steve Charles, club captain. He stepped up to face Orient 2 weeks ago to mark his 100th league game appearance. He's ever reliable as a player, apparently. Having reached the milestone with Wrexham, I met Steve last week after that marvellous victory at Southend. The man with a shot like a bullet and a university degree to boot. He is in his Marston Ales kit. More adverts. Offley Brothers, Austin Rover, Ellesmere Port. Everything for soccer at North Wales' leading sports store, Queen's Ferry Sports, D-side. They're still going. Madeira Bitter, home of Madeira Brewery. King offers Restaurant in Mould, Monadissa. Rogers and Jackson, Trade DIY, and Madeira Building Supplies. Now an A to Z of Wrexham FC by Gareth Davis. We've got Andy Edwards, C. Edwards, David Edwards, Harry Edwards, Ian Edwards, and Johnny Edwards. A lot of Edwardses. The quick quiz. Can you name the 4 British sides that Moscow Dynamo played on their famous 1945 tour? Have a think about it. I'll come back to that at the end of the programme. Have a think. Right, then we move on to a crossword. Something else to think about. There. Travelling Reds. Wednesday, March 25th, 1987 versus Rochdale. The Today League Division 4. Kick-off 7:30 at Spotland Ground. It just tells you all various information about it. Prices, terrace views are quite good and cost £2.50 with a reduction to £1.30 for juniors and OAPs. Rochdale's matchday programme costs 50p. Footnote, for all those who will be going to Rochdale straight from work, their pie and mushy peas on the away end are unique and excellent value at, guess how much? Just 65p. Right, welcome to Chester City FC. Warm welcome tonight for the second time this season to our friends, neighbours and rivals from Chester, who have strung together some good results recently to consolidate their third division place. Racecourse Ground regulars and City fans for that matter will need little reminding about the last meeting between our sides a couple of months ago, when the Royal Blue and Whites came on a cross-border raid, fell a goal behind to Jim Steele's strike, but returned victorious after goals from John Kelly, and Gary Bennett has secured a 2-1 win and a place in the fourth round of the FA Cup. And there's a picture of the legend, Harry McNally. Harry McNally was appointed manager of Chester in August 1985 in succession to Mickey Spate, and is the 13th post-war manager at Sealand Road. He had a good record, runs up 85-86 in the 4th division with 84 points. Milk Cup second round knocked out by Coventry City. FA Cup first round knocked out by Bury. 86-87 currently in the 3rd division. Littlewoods Cup first round. FA Cup knocked out by Sheffield Wednesday in 3-1 replay. Yeah, good crowd at Sealand Road that day. In the first leg anyway. Right, facing the Reds, the men from Sealand Road. Right, look at this team. Billy Stewart, Graham Abel, Colin Woodthorpe, Ricky Greenough, Derek Fazackley, Sean London, Barry Butler, John Kelly, Milton Graham, Graham Barrow, later managed Chester, Peter Horton, Gary Bennett, later played for Wrexham, the legend that's Stuart Rimmer, and Brian Croft. What a great team there. Croft, Rimmer, Bennett, Barrow, Graham, Stewart. Brilliant team. And there you are, there's the team photo. Advert there for Kirby's. First for Ford in North Wales. Main dealers there, Holt Road, Wrexham. Memory match. Wrexham 1, Chester 0, February 3rd, 1974. Only 24 hours after ending Bristol Rovers' 32-match unbeaten run with a 1-0 victory, Wrexham were back at the racecourse for the second half of a bumper weekend of football for North Wales soccer fans. This time it was Chester's turn to tackle the Reds in a Welsh Cup tie, which was played on a Sunday because Wrexham just had no other free dates left, especially considering their great run in the FA Cup that season. Then there's flashbacks here to 10, 20 and 30 years ago. The 10 years ago was Tranmere Rovers, who beat 2-0, Division 3. Then 67 was Tranmere Rovers again, who was 0-0. And then in 1957 it was Accrington Stanley away, and they had a 1-0 victory. Some more adverts here. We've got I. Pritchard sign writer, based in Wrexham. Banners, shop fronts, factory signs, vehicle liveries, screen printing, stencils, magnetic vehicle signs, etc. Personal attention given at all times. And we've got HK Motors in Monera, Wrexham. In business in Wales to help your business in Wales. WDA. Vehicle stickers, good signs, St Asaph. And then we've got one for Adlink in Harden. I wonder if any of these businesses are still going. Right, there's a lot of adverts in this programme. One here for Wrexham City Council, well, Wrexham Town Council, I suppose it would have been then. Chief Executive, the Guildhall, Wrexham. WM Rollins Limited, 49 Brook Street, Wrexham. Easy parking and competitive prices. Specialist suppliers of car and light van components and accessories to the professional repairer. Sponsorship that's available in 86, 87 to various players, and they're the people and businesses that have sponsored those particular players. Soccer boots are all supplied by High Tech. Now, action replay. So there's pictures and reports on Wrexham's recent games. Wrexham 1, Orient 1, Division 4. And then there's Southend 0, Wrexham 3, again in Division 4. And some pictures from those games. Paul Comstiff, number 6, brings the best out of Southend keeper Jim Standard with a powerful first half header. I think I'm right, Paul Comstiff went on to play for Chester as well. David Crofts, Fuel Injection and Auto Electrical Services Limited, based in Cley and Breton. European Review. Yeah, certainly not the most fashionable of Portuguese clubs, Not for them the fame and money of Benfica, Sporting Lisbon FC or FC Porto, the big three. Instead, Victoria bring with them the capacity for hard work and a realism reflected most clearly in their domestic aims. So were they playing Wrexham with you in some stage? Let me know in the comments. News on 4. This is other news about what's going on in the League Division 4 at the time. Photo there. Action. Mike Williams, centre of picture. Can hardly believe his luck as he slots the ball into an empty net after Southend keeper Jin Stannard had dropped a right wing corner at his feet. There's a good advert there for Sherpa. Sherpa, the winner. For the third year running, Freight Rovers is proud to sponsor this trophy because a winning performance is something we all know about. Top of the league for comfort and economy, the new 1987 Sherpa is more like a car than ever to drive. For a full demonstration, visit your local Freight Rover dealer. Yeah, look at that. Now, there's not many of them on the road still. The Royal Mail had a few of them. Still quite recently, I think. Here's the stats. Match by match, 86-87. So the Wrexham team generally was something of Pearce in goals, Salathiel, excuse if I got that wrong, Cunningham, Williams, Cook, Conroy, or Comstive, either of those, Massey, Horn, Barry Horn, played for Wales, Everton, Jim Steele, Charles, and Empson, Conry, mix of the two. And then we've got the Division 4 at the time. Northampton Town were top of the league, Wrexham mid-table and 12th, as Crew Alex in 14th, Tranmere 16th. Who else have we got down there? Burnley, currently in the Premier League, were 20th then. Division 4, 86-87. Wolves, another Premier League team, were 5th. Yeah, some big names down there. Swansea. Yeah, big names. Reserve roundup. There's a crossword there. Winning ways. Starcraft Sports Limited. Continental Can Company, based on the Wrexham Industrial Estate. Back page, the teams. Team check. We have Wrexham's team. Chris Pearce, Neil Salathiel, Sean Cunnington, Mike Williams, Joe Cook, Paul Comstive, Steve Buxton, Barry Horn, Jim Steele, Steve Charles and Mike Conroy. Chester team, Billy Stewart, Ricky Greenough, Colin Woodthorpe, Derek Fazackley, Barry Butler, Graham Abel, John Kelly, Graham Barrow, Gary Bennett, Peter Horton, Milton Graham, Stuart Rimmer, Brian Croft. Tonight's Mitre Match Ball has been kindly donated by Sean Johnson of Northwich. The match officials today, big name was referee in this match. Probably shows the importance of the game, the local rivalry. The referee was Keith Hackett of Sheffield. He was a very well-known referee at the time. He still advises on refereeing now, I think. Linesman and the yellow trim was Jay Hyam. The red trim was JF Pardo. The reserve official was EA Pritchard. And there's an advert there for take up arms against your thirst. Marcher, the lager with the edge from Marston's. Yeah, and there you go. So you're all wondering what the answer was to that question from earlier on. Let me find it. So can you name the 4 British sides that Moscow Dynamo played on the famous 1945 tour? The answers were Arsenal, Cardiff City, Chelsea and Rangers. I hope you've enjoyed this programme. If you do, and by the way, this is a Wrexham pre-Ryan Reynolds, long before Ryan Reynolds came along. If you've enjoyed this programme, give us a like, share it, write any comments in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, Hayden's Mini Adventures. Thanks for watching. Bye.